Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. Here's a look at the scans for the upcoming session. This is going to be for Tuesday, the 17th of March 2015. Had kind of a bias here to the buy side on the NASDAQ and NASDAQ patches. You can see they're mostly upside CPSs. Got a couple things on the sell side, but definitely leaning with the buy side here. Sign a real weak downside CPS with a volume bump and an open close deviation. Good volume in Netflix. That was to the downside. Was well below the day's open, but no signal there for that one. Wynn Resorts, keep an eye on that one for a reversal tomorrow. Trend termination formation in place on the daily chart, and that one did close today above the day's VWAP. So first little sign of some potential strength in that one. Also, a volume pump in Amgen. That one had a really strong day, 3% plus above the VWAP with upside CPS. Taking a look at the financials, not really where the action was. There was a lot of action in the CME that made a new 52-week high today and was strong. But aside from that, there weren't any other real standouts in the financials. Moving on to the energy names, starting to see a little bit of a leveling off here. CHK and Devon, both very leveraged towards the natural gas part of the industry. We're showing some upside. Valero had an upside CPS. People that have to be in the energy pass still continue to believe that the refiners are the place to be in a place of hiding. The market generals kind of mitigate what we saw in the NASDAQ patch. We had a number of sells to the downside here, but not a lot of volume. One big volume was UNH, which is a downside RPS after having a pretty strong day, so that could be interesting. So the balance between the NASDAQ patch and the generals is more or less paired off here. Housing names, Hovnanian Silken continues its march lower with a downside CPS on a volume bump. NVR has a contra candle to the upside. American Airlines had a real strong session, and we can see some strength tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. UNP had an analyst ratings change and got a volume bump based on that. As far as the commodities go, a little bit to the downside here. You can see the volume in Alcoa. That has a downside CPS, goes well below the VWAP and also below by the open and qualify for a deviation. Mosaic MOS, volume bump and also a volume bump in pot. Could be preparing to turn the corner here, so keep an eye on that one. That one's been down for quite a bit. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.